This is the third part of Paradise out of 6. When I woke up, the sphere of light that had met me at the mountain's summit wasn't just a sphere, it was a gateway. Not like the gates of hell that cut with cold and fear, nor like the arches of paradise that sang and beckoned. This sphere was a heart that beat. Its light not just shining, it pulsed, like breath passing through all living things, and each ray was a thread tying me to an infinity that didn't frighten, but call, like a voice whispering of a home I'd never known but always sought. The melody flowing from the sphere wasn't just a song, it was a language that needed no words, yet spoke more than all the books I'd read in my life, cut short in 1950. It was a chorus where each voice was a story, not separate, but part of a whole, like drops merging into an ocean without losing themselves. I breathed in, and the air was deeper than in the first 2 parts of Paradise. It smelled not just of honey, sea, and flowers, but something new, like the scent of parchment holding ancient words, the warmth of a candle burning in the night, the whisper of wind carrying tidings of eternity. My steps didn't sound. They sang, as if the ground were a string answering me, its voice part of the melody flowing through the light, air, my soul, binding everything in harmony that never broke. I stepped into the sphere, and it didn't swallow me. It unfolded, like a flower whose petals weren't of matter, but of light that flowed like water, yet was harder than diamond. I found myself in a new space of paradise, not a valley, not a sea, not a plain as I'd seen before, but a garden, not like the gardens I knew in life, where flowers wilted and the earth grew weary. This was alive. It breathed, its colors not mere colors but emotions that lived forever. The flowers here weren't just plants. Each petal was a canvas where images flowed, not scenes, but creations, paintings drawn by hands guided by love, poems born from hearts, music that lifted souls above darkness. The flowers sang, their voices not childlike as before but mature, deep, as if they knew everything yet chose beauty over pain, creation over destruction. The ground beneath my feet wasn't earth. It was a fabric woven from light, trembling like the surface of water, yet holding me like a bridge that doesn't break. The sky above my head wasn't a sky. It was a dome, not of stone, but fluid like melting glass that didn't fall, its surface shimmering like pearl, and within it, stars flickered. Not just shining, they danced, their light not cold but warm, like a breath on the cheek in a moment of forgiveness. I stepped forward, and the garden responded. The flowers leaned, not bending but flowing like a river, their petals touching me, not clinging but giving warmth that lifted the shadows, still lingering in my soul despite the light of the first 2 realms. A path appeared on its own, not like the roads I knew, where stones cut and dust settled in the throat. This was woven from threads that glowed like silver, yet were soft as down, its surface singing, each step a note blending with the melody of the garden, sky, and me. The path led to a fountain, not like the fountains I'd seen in cities, where water fell and died. This was alive, its jets not water but light that flowed upward, not falling, as if reaching for the stars yet not leaving the earth. The jets sang, their voices a chorus where each sound was a moment of creation, a moment when a hand touches a canvas, when a quill writes the first word, when a string plays the first note. I touched the fountain and the light didn't burn. It passed through me like breath, filling me with warmth greater than I could contain, as if my soul became a canvas painted by paradise itself. The fountain showed me the way, not with words but with movement, its jets flowing like a river, guiding the path onward to a grove, not like the grove I'd seen before where trees were light. This was different, its trunks like strings that chimed its branches, like harps that sang its leaves like notes that danced, leaving trails that dissolved in the air like smoke, but smelled of parchment wax and flowers. In the grove I saw figures, not souls, not guardians, but embodiments, their silhouettes like melodies taking form yet shining like a sun that doesn't blind. They didn't speak, but their presence was a song flowing through me. Their joy was mine, their peace was mine, their creativity part of me. as if I became part of their music, their paintings, their words. The grove sang, its voice not just sound, it was life that didn't die, beauty that didn't fade, love that didn't break. The grove turned into a plain, not like those I'd seen before. This was covered in light that flowed like a river, not washing away but lifting, its surface a mirror showing not my face but creation's, not mine, but of all who created, who left a trace of light in a world that so often chose darkness. I saw paintings that didn't hang but lived their colors, flowing like blood yet not dying. I heard poems that didn't sound but existed, their words like stars that didn't fade. I felt music that didn't play but flowed its notes like waves that didn't crash. The plain LED to a lake not like those I'd seen before. This was deeper, wider its waters, not water but melody that flowed like liquid, yet didn't wet its surface, a canvas showing not stars, not hearts, but dreams. Dreams of those who created, who loved, who believed, despite a world that so often broke them. I touched the water, and it didn't just pass through me, it became me, filling me with warmth greater than I could contain, as if my soul became a song sung by eternity itself. The lake turned into hills, rising gently, their slopes covered in grass that shone like crystal, and flowers that weren't flowers but moments, moments when creativity overcame darkness, when beauty was born from pain, when love created where there was only hatred. The hills LED to an arch, not like those I'd seen before. This was woven from notes that sang, their edges soft as feathers yet shining like stars that didn't fade. Beyond the arch I saw a field, not of grass but of light that flowed like a river, its waves singing their voices, a chorus blending with my breath, and I understood this wasn't the end but a new threshold beyond which paradise would reveal even more of its essence. The field wasn't empty. In its waves I saw shadows not like those in hell that screamed. These were light, their forms fluid like melodies yet solid like truth, creating their movements part of the song flowing through the field, sky and me. I stepped toward the light and it didn't swallow me. It lifted as if I became part of its waves. And I saw that the field wasn't just a field but memory, not like the river or sea that showed time and love. This was a memory of creativity that didn't die, of beauty that didn't fade, of faith that didn't break. The waves sang, their voices like those of all who created, who left light, who became light. I walked across the field and it didn't sink beneath me. It carried me like a road leading to a horizon where the light was brighter but didn't blind, where the melody was louder but didn't deafen. The field turned into a plain, not like those before. This was covered in light that flowed like grass but didn't touch the ground, hanging like a mist that glowed like stars. The plain LED to a mountain, not like those before. This was taller. It sloped like a staircase leading not to pain but to light, its steps soft as clouds, yet firm as love. I climbed, and with each step the world grew wider, the sky closer, the stars brighter. At the summit I saw not a sphere as before, but a circle of light that sang, its voice a chorus blending with my breath. And I understood this wasn't the end but a new threshold, beyond which paradise would reveal its heart, its essence, its eternity. And then I awoke.